Hey everybody, it's Destiny here again, and it is Transparency Tuesdays. At first I really didn't know what to really talk about because I have some ideas that I kind of want to blog about instead of, coming on camera. But I read my devotional today, and the devotional that I've been doing is the Joyce Meyers Promises for Your Everyday Life. And I've done this about 2 years ago because it's a whole year devotional, and I love it. I love Joyce Meyer, but today it was about distractions. What is distracting you from God or your relationship with God? And that really made me think, what's my distraction? And then I'm like, I know what my distraction is. My distraction is YouTube. I don't really watch TV that often. I mean, I watch a few shows here and there, but I don't like just sit in front of the TV or anything like that. But I can sit in front of YouTube if I had the chance. I follow a lot of younger people around my age, a little bit older, within the 20s, early 30s. They do vlogs, which is like video blogging. I do watch those things. And that has become a distraction for me. And I realized the danger in that distraction. Not only are distractions taking away from Christ. It's not realistic for us to be sitting down in front of our Bibles literally all day, every day, because we have work, we have kids, we have errands to run, we have things to do. So that's why you set aside that time for you and God. I do, at least. Set aside that time for me and God, read my devotional, pray, read over a few scriptures, write something out, things like that. Whatever you do, it's subjective to the person, but have that time for your relationship. And the problem with the distractions is if it's taking away from that time, there's danger in that, because you should be working on your relationship with Christ daily. A relationship requires work. Even with God, it requires work. It requires you doing the necessary things to get to know Him better, to have those lines of communication open, things like that. So distractions tend to take away from that. And another area where distractions can come into play, as far as YouTube, for me, and for anyone else really, but distraction as far as YouTube is when you're watching these video blogs, you tend to take your eyes off your portion, and now you're looking at someone else's portion. And questions might come up like, well, why this? Why can they do that and I can't? Or why this, that? You start comparing, you're taking your eyes off of your portion. You're taking your eyes off of your situation, what God has blessed you with, and now you're looking at someone else's with big wide eyes like, oh my gosh, I want that. That's not for you. That's dangerous. I always say, whatever you water will grow. Whatever you water will grow. You get a plant, you water it, it's going to grow. It doesn't matter how long it takes, it's going to grow. If you are busy watering somebody else's relationship, somebody else's YouTube channel, somebody else's hair, somebody else's physical fitness, somebody else's career opportunities, somebody else's educational achievements, somebody else's career. If you're watering somebody else's stuff, and what I mean by watering, because there's nothing wrong with encouraging someone, what I mean by watering is like giving all your attention to it and starting to compare your plant to their plant. But your plant isn't getting any attention because you're too busy watering that one. So regardless of the behind the scenes of that situation, it's gonna appear greener than yours because you've been watering it just that much. And that is the danger, I believe, with social media in general, because people only put out what they want you to see. People aren't putting out the bad days. People aren't putting out the ugly moments. People aren't putting out the bad hair days. People aren't putting out when their skin is acting up, when they're not in the best of shape, when they got an F on the test, when they got, written up at work. No one's putting that out there. they're only putting out what they want you to see. And most times, more than not, it's going to be the good things, because good things are appealing. We as society, we kind of live in a fantasy world where we only want to see the good things. We don't want to be realistic. We're more of fantasizers than realist, and that can hurt people, you know, if you don't understand the lines of those things. So it's important that you realize what your distractions are, and if it's something like that, you keep your eyes on your portion. Protect yourself. Guard your heart. Guard your ear gates. Guard your eyes, your heart, all those things. Stay focused on your portion. Be thankful for what you have and where you are in life, because God gave it to you. It's no need to compare or to look to someone else's portion. And I would say other distractions that could be is work. Be a workaholic, and what do the kids say? Wake up and grind, wake and grind, or something like that. You waking up to grind or whatever. No, you're not. Okay? You're waking up to live a life that's going to bring glory to God. That's what you're doing. Another distraction could be relationships. If the person you're in a relationship is taking away your time from Christ, taking away your building, your growth with Christ, that's a distraction. That's not something that God would give you. He's not going to give you something that's going to take away from him. Okay, he's not going to do that. You need to manage your affairs better. Another thing that can be a distraction, work, relationship, YouTube, social media, TV, shopping, you know, all those things could very well be distractions. And we have to do those things in moderation. I mean, there's nothing wrong with watching YouTube. There's nothing wrong with being in a relationship. There's nothing wrong with working. There's nothing wrong with studying. There's nothing wrong with hanging out with your friends. But it all has to be done in moderation. And God comes first. So we have to take care of that time and that relationship before we can even think about other relationships and other things that we plan on doing. So yeah, I just wanted to come and share that devotional. What are your distractions, and share what my distraction is. But it all comes down to discipline, self-discipline. If you know that something is a problem for you, assess it properly, cut back, you know, do certain things so that it's no longer a distraction. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you love someone, tell them I love you. Bye.